Hello, Andy Graham of malarianimby.org. I want to explain to you the symptoms or how to recognize in an adult when they have malaria. I'm going to pretend I've got malaria and show you what it looks like. My eyes will be glassed over, half closed, and I'll be sitting in a chair and I'll look like this. And I'll be sitting in the chair. It's like they're drunk. What happens is anemia, the parasite, is a parasite that enters the blood cell of a human and kills them. And when you don't have enough blood cells in your body, you slowly get anemic and cuts off the oxygen to your body. Therefore, you get extremely fatigued because you're not getting enough oxygen to your brain, your body, and you're half asleep all the time. I will now show you how to recognize it when somebody's lying in bed. Okay, somebody that has malaria will lie down in bed and go. Maybe they'll have their arm under them. Or they'll sit like this, with their arm like this. And they're so tired that they can't roll over to protect it. They often miss the pillow. It's just not important. Nothing's important except lying there doing nothing. Your feet will be hanging off the bed. You'll look like a wet rag. You'll feel like a wet rag. There is none of this. You're not going to sit there and readjust your pillow and all that stuff. You're too tired for that. You are so beat up, you're so out of it that you just lay there like a wet rag. It's like somebody passed out on the bed. If their feet are hanging off the bed, if they're laying there with an arm like uncomfortably looking, if they basically look like they just fell down in bed and didn't roll over, that's malaria. But the easiest way to see this is like when they're sitting in a chair and they're just falling out. Malaria is easily cured. There's about 15, 16 cures. All this crazy stuff that they're always talking about is just scaring you to death and trying to come up with pharmaceutical stuff. Please, it's easy. Let me show you. This is malaria medicine. It costs $8. It's not what I recommend, but it's probably what they're going to try to give you. The best thing is intravenous, into the blood, get by the stomach, get right into the bloodstream, kind of like poisons the parasites and gets them on them. But I bought this as I was leaving Africa because I wanted to have, it cost me $8, and I thought, well, I could break out malaria 10 days, 15 days after, and I might as well take the medicine in the United States so I don't have to pay some doctor in America $150 to diagnose this. I'm here in the Dominican Republic right now, and I learned that I can go over to the laboratory here in Charmicos. I'm in Sosua, but I'm in a little village of Charmicos. And I can walk right into the thing and pay them 300 pesos, which is about $9 US, to have a blood test done for malaria. This is dramatized, romanticized, and brought into really complicated terms. This is sad. Malaria is quick. Now, what is really sad is that what I just showed you about what I did, or what a baby does, what I do as an adult, and you're going to find it in an adult. Adults don't die from malaria. It's really, that's not true. Babies die because somebody is laying like that and the parents don't recognize the baby. I realized that I was watching this video and it was quite sad. It has 500 views and it was given this list of malaria symptoms and treatment. This is the treatment. There's about 15 different medicines for it, but the best is intravenous, okay, because it gets by the stomach. But this thing had like 500,000 views on YouTube, and it was sad because it was going through this list of things that doesn't really show what it looks like. Your eyes are glassed over, you look like a wet rag, and you're falling out of a chair. That's what it looks like because you're so anemic to do it. Now, a baby can't complain. A baby just lays there, and the mother neglects it until it dies. That's why children die. They also normally couple up with another problem, say they get a cold or whatever. All this works down to the person so weak that they can't fight back. Totally preventable, but you have to learn to recognize the symptoms. And the big challenge is to recognize the symptoms in a baby, test them quick. You can't just give malaria medicine every time they're sick. This is not the solution. It's, in a way, it's the panacea of all problems in Africa. They say, oh, I got malaria, and they also think they're immune to it. And this is hokey-pokey stuff. Simple. Most countries, you could just walk in the laboratory, pay $10 to get a test. $10 later, you got the medicine. 5 days later, you're cured. But if you can, do it the right way, do the best way, get intravenous, three sacks of intravenous in 3 separate days, and kill it. Andy Graham trying to explain the symptoms and the cure to malaria. It's not a big secret. It's totally curable, and the pharmaceutical and all these guys are trying to get rich on this thing, and it's really sad.